Britain, Britain, Britain. The minigame Fuel PS2 title released in 1912 and sold in ice cream vans across the nation to a grand total of 83 million keen purchasers, all using luncheon vouchers.
Britain, Britain, Britain indeed. And when we mean Britain, we mean what the heck's wrong with the BBC? It's their third time on the list now, what with Doctor Who, EastEnders and now this.
4 if you count Neighbours at the time, and it's Tom Baker's second appearance on the list.
By the time you finish playing it, most likely after 10 minutes because you're so fed up with the darn thing, you feel like you've been forced Clockwork Orange style to endure Little Britain catchphrases for 17 consecutive hours.
Whoever designed the minigames for this clearly hated the show or was trying to get themselves fired. Take the Marjorie Dawes level for instance. This game was made in 2007 and all they could muster up was a Pac-Man clone. And why did they dedicate a level to that frog woman? Nobody even liked her.
Yeah, it's enough to make you want to be sick. Oh! Turn it off, Mum! I don't like it!
Computer says no.
Oh, so what? I've got to bear repetitive tap like that? Yeah, but no, but yeah, but Vicky Pollard roller skating rubbish.
You can hark on to the cows come home that it's only a budget title, but a lack of budget is no excuse for a lack of quality. Little Britain is blatantly a late cash-in on a fad that had long since died, to the point it'd be laughable for a free internet game, let alone an officially released title. And so it's way on to second place. It's time once again to conceal the fact we've run out of enough material to fill 30 minutes by stretching out what little we have with a pointless and quite frankly insulting rundown. Cue the numbers.
Doctor Who appears in a real turdis at number 10.
Number 9 sees Ubisoft get completely lost on how to make a good game.
Tim the Toolman Taylor should be working on game improvement rather than home improvement at number 8.
Number 7 proves not everybody has good neighbours.
At number 6, Thunder, Thundercats, no!
Oh my god, they killed gaming! In South Park at number 5.
Number 4 has more than celebrity deaths, they also managed to kill off any fun whatsoever with Celebrity Deathmatch.
Ricky, you're having a laugh. With EastEnders at number 3. See, I told you it'd be bad even doing it in a Frank Butcher voice.
At number 2 it's Pity rather than Bitty with Little Britain.
And at number 1, drumroll please, our worst TV license for all time is...
1984, a crack programming unit was sent to prison for a crime they did commit. These men probably escaped from a Mexican security stockade to make games for Atari and Cowboy Software. Today, not wanted by anyone, they survive as soldiers of misfortune. If you don't like bad games, if you have any self-respect whatsoever, then stay the hell away from them. The A-Team.
What are you doing?
Well, you done that pretty poor parody of the A-Team intro. I was just following it up with the theme tune.
Well, that ain't the theme tune according to the Commodore 64 version. Yes, they've managed to confuse one of the most iconic television themes in recent history with a theme from Star Wars. Seriously, how drunk would you have to be to mix them up? Oh, and how did they manage to top that blooper?
By ripping off Space Invaders, where you don't even play as the A-Team, but as an unknown enemy of theirs, trying to destroy their giant, badly drawn, colour-changing faces.
Here comes a real kick at Top 10 fans. This pile of toilet isn't the only A-Team game that got our nomination for Worst TV Licence. Oh no. That honour also goes to the Atari 2600 version. Or the Atari VCS version if you want to be pedantic.
Based on that classic episode where the giant levitating head of Mr. T has to destroy hordes of robots in an attempt to rescue Hannibal, who isn't even in the game, from building a giant missile to blow up the Earth.
Which then continues on with a battle with Mr. T's full-sized arch-nemesis, Colonel Decker, who all fans of the TV show will remember is impervious to Mr. T's laser breath.
And the game climaxes with one final battle against a giant alarm clock, who will conveniently kill himself for you if you destroyed all the parts of the missile beforehand.
And that basically is the entire game from start to finish. The A-Team proves that if you too are locked up in a small dark room with a cruddy computer and a handful of round chips, you could also make one of the worst games ever created. And then you, like the A-Team, could be our #1. Well, that's another TV episode wrapped up, but it makes you think what sort of video game would be made if they ever made one of Wes and Larry's top 10s.
Considering we're the only licence left on the face of the planet that hasn't been snapped up, you'd expect EA to be ringing us any time now.
Oh, hang on, there's a phone call. Hello? Somebody wants to make a video game of us. Oh, forget it!
But what's wrong?
It was a claim.